Hey everyone, Rick Albert here. Three things you need to know as an investor this week. So first, you need to start looking into Proposition 33. It's going to be on the ballot. Basically what they're doing is they want to expand the ability of rent control. So right now we have what's called the Costa-Hawkins Act, which prevents certain types of properties for being under rent control, single families, certain condos, things like that. So if you vote yes and you want this stuff removed, that means there can be more rent control laws. If you vote no, it means that you want to keep these protections on the landlord side in place. Definitely, it's a big debate. It's been on the ballot before, different versions of this over the last few years, and it always gets shot down. On a practical basis, if you talk to a lot of economists, they say rent control is actually bad for tenants. Whole nother conversation. I recommend checking out the Freakonomics podcast episode about rent control that clearly explains the pros and cons of it. So that's what's in the news. Something you need to know in terms of laws. Let's talk about the Costa-Hawkins Act. So it's a Costa-Hawkins Act of 1995. The idea is, as mentioned before, single-family homes, even condos that were built prior to 1978 are subject to Los Angeles rent control, but how much you can increase rent isn't because of the Costa-Hawkins. So if you need to know, do some research. You can also go on zemus.lacity.org, type in your address, and you can go down and see if your property is subject to rent control. Now, here's a general tip for my investor clients if you're thinking about doing short-term rentals. So things like Airbnb, VRBO, sorry. You need to understand that there's certain laws in place for Los Angeles. This be primary residence at least 6 months out of the year. You can only rent it out for Airbnb for so many days out of the year. I think it's 120. Sometimes you get an exception. But in the comments, in the caption, you can see the link. You can kind of copy and paste to kind of give you some more backstory on what those are. So thank you so much for watching. For your three things you need to know as an investor, you guys have a great week.